plays like he's drawn the plan. Kinetic, bringing fire like he's leading the band. No matter the game, no matter the sport, we running this pod like it's fourth and short. Press start, locked in, it's game time again. You tune in live to the Sideline Show with Kinetic and Lights Max. Let's go, the Gamer Sideline starts now.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Eric, aka Kinetic615, back for another watch party for the Michigan Wolverines, heading out west to take on the USC Trojans. This is a very pivotal game. I've been saying it all year, and it should be a good one. Real quick, shout out to Beats and Treats Ice Cream. I see you in the chat, man. Appreciate you coming by. I agree. We definitely need to win this game. I don't know if you remember, but on the other shows that I've been on, I've said all along that I thought that the USC game was pivotal. I said that I thought we would get out of the Oklahoma, Nebraska with at least one win, and then it was pivotal that we, if we could win on the road at USC, that would determine if we were able to get into the playoffs. If we beat USC, I don't think we lose another game. The only other game that we could lose to is Ohio State, and as always, that's a losable game. But I think we win that game, which would put us at 11-1. But even if we lost that game, we would be at 10-2, and I think a 10-2 Michigan team in the Big Ten likely gets into the playoffs. So, yeah, they look good. But everyone said the same thing last year. And at the end of the day, it didn't matter. So, I mean, I'm not counting us out until they show that they can beat us again. Ohio State looks great. They look like a monster, but yeah. So we're going to watch the game right now. Obviously, I can't put the game up on the screen because copyright, I don't want to get taken down. Not that my channel's monetized yet anyway, but we're going to watch it here. I'm going to watch along with you. Now, I am watching on Spectrum through the web portal. That usually puts me about 10 to 15 seconds behind everybody else. So I apologize if my reactions are late from your end, but we're going to watch this together and have some fun. USC coming out onto the field. Looks like the stadium's about 3/4 full. I said that I was on with Doc on the Big Discussion channel the other night, and I told him, I said, I think that for us to win, we've got to be able to run the ball. I think they're going to stack the box to take that away early, so we need to be willing to throw the ball. We need to scheme up some part of those scripted drives to get some big shots down the field. We need to let Bryce be willing to take off and run when if those routes are taken away. But either way, we got to get the safeties to respect Bryce's legs and his arm to be able to open up the lanes for Justice Haynes. I think we need to do some rotation of our backs early in the game. Use Jordan Marshall to try to soften up that defensive line of USC so that later in the game we can open it up for some big runs from Justice Haynes. I think on defense, I think a lot of it is rides on whether or not Jacoby Lane is back for USC. If he's back, it's going to be a much tougher game because Wink won't be able to just key in on stopping Makai Lemon. But if Lane is not back, or if he's not at 100% and is limited, I think that you largely bracket Makai Lemon similar to what we did last year with Jeremiah Smith, and then make Jaden Mayava have to beat us, go into a second, third, fourth reads and try to beat us with the run game. Wayman Jordan is a good underrated running back, but I don't think he's a top tier running back. I do like Jaden Mayava. I think he's a little bit more elusive and squirrely than say Dylan Raiola, another quarterback we faced earlier in the season. So we're going to get penetration into the backfield. If we get hands on Mayava, we have to take him down. We cannot let him pull away from the tackles. Otherwise, that's just asking for him to make some magic happen with his feet. So I don't think we're going to be able to completely shut down Mayapa, but we have to be able to limit him. We have to be able to take away a portion of his game. But I think it'll be a fun game. I hope that Sharon continues to sort of open up the offense, let Chip call the plays, let Bryce play his game. Yeah, they have to play good contain. But I mean, all of that kind of goes in together. Like if our defensive ends are playing good contain, setting the edges, our linebackers like Houseman and Rolder are shutting down the middle of the field. That lets Jay Shambar and someone like him be able to get that penetration, use his athleticism all over the line and in the middle of the field. And I think it also helps having Rod Moore back. He looked really good last week. Looked like he picked up right where he left off from the championship season. And I think having him back there to be the quarterback on the defense, the same way Mikey Sainer still used to be for us, I think that oh wow. Sorry, I just saw apparently Penn State's Drew Aller's out for the rest of the season with a leg injury. Per Daniel Valente, Penn State quarterback Drew Aller will miss the remainder of the season with an injury. Coach James Franklin announced after the team's 22-21 loss to Northwestern. According to Evan Smith of the Daily Collegian, Aller was carted to the locker room in the final minutes of the game after appearing to suffer a lowered leg injury on a running play. Wow. That's nuts. That is kind of crazy. Here's the kickoff. USC is gonna receive the ball first and return. Nice kickoff return. Wow, that's I almost missed the start of the game because of that. That's kind of nuts. I actually need to send that real quick to the guys that I do the AM Scramble show on Saturdays with. That's kind of nuts. All right, we got USC, Mayava, and shotgun. Hands it off to Jordan up the middle. Gains 2, maybe 3. Okay, so they do have Jacoby Lane back, so it's going to make it a little bit tougher. I'm interested to see how effective he is. Mayava and shotgun. 3 receivers wide left. Barham in the backfield gets the quick dump off pass to the running back. Gets it up to about a yard shy of the first down. And just a reminder, guys, this is not intended as a professional podcast. This is just guys hanging out that watching our games, Michigan's games together. If anybody wants to jump on and talk ball with us and come up on stage, let me know. I'll put the link in the chat. Happy to just hang out and watch this game. USC's running the ball decently effective for the first couple of plays here. Got three receivers right, one out to the left, single back, shotgun. Back in motion. Quick dump off over the middle. Makai Lemon tackled by Rolder just after the first down. I like seeing Jayshon Barham playing an edge like he is. There's a pass over the middle. Big gain there. Come on, guys. We got to do better than that. Yeah, our defense has to do better than that. We cannot get caught like that. Interesting. So Rolder is starting at linebacker. Barham is starting at edge. It looks like TJ Guy is not starting. TJ Metcalf's the starting nickelback. Brandon Hillman starting safety. First down USC. High snap, hands it off. No, fakes the handoff, keeps it, tosses it to Lemon. Looks like he barely got the first down. Wait, that wasn't Lemon, was it? What number does Lemon wear? It kills me that USC doesn't put names on the back of their jerseys. Okay, that was not Lemon. What number is Lemon? Handoff up the middle. Gets it to the 2-yard line. Second and goal. Our defense has to do better, guys. It's not looking good to start. Yeah, that's what it's looking like, man. I agree, man. That's what it's looking like. Stuffed at the line there on that run. It'd be third and goal. Yeah, potentially could be a very long night. Third down, 2-yard line. I was in shotgun, single back, wing formation, 2 receivers. Fakes the handoff, fires left, and caught. Touchdown USC. Yeah, that's what it's looking like, Troy. Hopefully we'll be able to answer back. Hopefully that, I mean, come on, Jair. Yeah, that was crazy easy. It's all right. I mean, It's just the first drive. Scripted drives have a high success rate for pretty much every team. We've seen this the last couple weeks. The first drive or two, the first like 10 to 15 plays are scripted, and they've been practicing those particular plays all week long. And then after the first couple drives, the defense starts playing better. So let's not get too down on it yet. Yeah, I agree. But you know what, though? We were saying the same thing last week when we watched Wisconsin. That first drive and a half for Wisconsin it didn't look good for us on defense. And, now. Yeah. No, we're not panicking. I'm saying, like, keep it calm. It's the first drive. It's the first scripted drive. We're going to be all right. Yeah, see, I had us at 10-2. I said that we could get away with two out of the three wins with Oklahoma, Nebraska, and USC, and we'd be good. So this is what I thought was the pivotal game all year. That's true, 100%. That's true, and that's what I was just pointing out. Is that the last few weeks, every time the first 10 to 15 plays, the first drive or two, it's scripted. The teams are practicing that all week long. Once they run out of that and they got to call the game as it goes, things tend to change against Wink's defense. So let's not get too down on it. Appreciate everyone tuning in again, guys. This is just me hanging out. I'm currently live both on my channel, Kinetic 615, and over at the Gamer Sideline, the channel that I host with our buddy Lichimax 626. Make sure to throw a subscribe and a like on both if you can. This is just Michigan fans hanging out, watching the game together. It's not supposed to be a professional podcast. Maybe a little bit of a call-in show if anybody wants to jump on stage and watch along and talk ball. We can definitely do that. But just let me know and I'll put the link in the chat. But we're just here hanging out, guys, having a good time and watching the game together. Definitely offense needs to control the ball, give defense a rest and time to make adjustments. 100%. We cannot have a quick 3 and out. We have got to answer back with a sustained drive and put some points on the board, whether it's a field goal, whether it's a touchdown. We cannot have our defense getting tired early in the game because we can't stay on the field. All right, USC coming out on the field for the kickoff now. Andrew Marsh is going to return the kick. No, it's going to go out of the end zone, so touchback. Yeah, Troy, interested to see if the passing game will carry over from last week. I agree. I think we need to. I think our biggest limiting factor is our wide receivers. I like the emergence of Andrew Marsh. I think that we're going to see a little bit more of Jamar Browder. We've got Hogan Hansen back. So I'm looking to see if we run a little bit more 12 personnel. At McCulley, Marsh, Hansen, and Klein out there a lot. We got Gio back at the offensive line. So I think we're going to be good here. All right, first play. It's a play action and an incomplete pass to Donovan McCulley, just a little too high. Got to be more accurate on the passes there. We got Bryson shotgun, Justice Haynes in the backfield, 3 receivers, Marsh in motion, across to the left. Bryce dumps it off to Justice Haynes, makes one guy miss, gets a couple yards. Still got Samaj in the starting lineup. We got Jake Guanera continuing to start at right guard. That's good. Bryson shotgun, tight formation, one receiver out wide to the left. Bryce is changing something. Changing the formation. Now we got trips left, one receiver to the right. Quick pass to the running back and dropped. It's 3 and out. You can't have that happen. It's not a good start. Not a good start, guys. Bryce has got to be more accurate, man. Come on. There's no excuse to be that inaccurate at that range. Going to field it. Lemon on the return, trips and falls. 29-yard line. All right, hopefully the defense can step up here. Might be a long night, guys. But I'm here for it. Yeah, that was not the start that we were hoping for. Not the start we were hoping for, guys. So looking at the let's see. Right. Yeah, I don't disagree, Kurt. Just looking in on Michigan's Twitter, we got people criticizing the 3 passes to start the game, 3 and out. We got people saying that the touchdown pass, that there was offensive pass interference on the receiver that caught that touchdown pass. Steve Lorenz tweeted out, said, "Classic, clearly OPI per the rules guy on NBC, no call. Michigan is near last nationally in penalties drawn." You know, if I was a conspiracy theorist, I might say that there's something going on that we get more pressures than a lot of teams, but we're getting the fewest calls, holding calls, pass interference calls, considering what we just went through with the NCAA. I don't know. Jory Alston also saying bogus touchdown by USC. Can't block downfield like that. For those that didn't see it, Penn State quarterback Drew Aller is out for the rest of the season with a leg injury. Penn State will start quarterback Ethan Grunkmeyer for the rest of the season. Interesting stat from Brock Helig here. He tweeted out and said, next time Michigan wins the coin toss, it might want to think about taking the ball just to change things up. The defense has given up 70-plus yard opening drives 3 games in a row now. Yeah, Franklin might as well get the moving boxes and find a real estate agent. I think that's way past due. If Penn State was undefeated, Aller wouldn't be hurt. Yeah, you think it's a draft decision, a business decision by Aller? What up, GT? Yeah, that could be. I mean, he hasn't done anything but hurt his draft status all year, so 9-yard gain for Jacoby Lane on that pass. Yeah, Jacoby Lane's looking good coming back from his injury. He's not looking limited at all so far. We got Jair Hill matched up on Jacoby Lane. Hands it off up the middle. Only a yard or two, but it's enough for a first down. Maybe not. Maybe not quite. Looks like third down. Yeah, Ben, the tackling has not been great so far. And I've been saying that's one of the keys. We cannot miss tackles. If we get hands on somebody, we've got to take them down. That's a complete coaching thing. There we go. Defensive stop. Jay-Sean Barham in the backfield. Brandon Hillman, it looks like. Trey Pierce in on that. Jay-Sean Barham is a monster, man. I think no matter what happens with our season this year, Jay-Sean Barham is going to play himself into a first-round pick. What are they reviewing? What are they reviewing? Yeah, there's no way that was a first down. What are they doing? That shouldn't even be being reviewed. Wait, that wasn't Trey Pierce. That was Trey Williams that I mentioned earlier. Yeah, it doesn't look like a first down. Now I'm a little bit behind you guys, but don't worry about that. Like, still put your comments into the chat in real time. I know most people care about spoilers. I don't care one bit about spoilers. If you tell me something's happened, um, that just makes me want to watch to see what you're talking about. So don't shy away from putting in the chat any thoughts that you have on what you're seeing. But again, guys, I am a little bit behind on this broadcast. So, all right, looks like they're going for it on 4th and 1. Nope, it's whistled dead. USC called the timeout. Sharon's not happy about that. Surprised there's not more representation of Michigan in the crowd. We all expected it to be more. Again, guys, just a reminder: to like and subscribe, share the video out. I am currently live both on Kinetic 615 and over on the Gamer Sideline. Make sure to check out both channels. I am going live pretty much all season for watch-alongs for my favorite teams. Obviously, the Michigan Wolverines. On Sundays, I also do Minnesota Vikings watch-alongs. Not going to have one tomorrow for any that tune in for those because it is their bye week. But you guys are welcome to jump in, hang out in the chat, jump up on stage if you want. Let me know. I'll put the link in the chat. But we're just here watching football and hanging out, guys. Appreciate all of you stopping by. Let's refresh this, see what Michigan Twitter is talking about. So it looks like that timeout was taken because they would have gotten a penalty for two guys in motion at the same time at the snap. Is that what happened there? I just don't understand, man. Like this movement within the fan base to want to see uh to have Sharon Moore fired to bring in Kurt Signetti. I don't see it, man. I like Sharon. I think Sharon's the guy. I don't think Signetti's a good talent evaluator, but like I don't think he's the recruiter that Sharon is. I don't think I just don't see it, man. So Signetti's not going to be coaching for that much longer. I wouldn't think. I mean, he's up there in age. Sharon's young. He's energetic. He connects with the players. I don't understand what this push is that people have been doing literally since last year about getting rid of Sharon. Like that's crazy to me, man. All right, 4th and 1. Here we go again. Maava in shotgun. Got slot right formation, 2 receivers, 1 to either side, wide. We got 6 guys on the line. Snap it, run up the middle, and come on. 3 broken tackles. Come on, guys. What the? It's ridiculous. We had him wrapped up 3 times. That's insane. What are we doing? Come on, man. That's crazy, dude. Not happy with that, guys. Yeah, we cannot do that. We're going to lose the game if we're tackling like that. Completed pass over the middle, first down. Listen, I'm a supporter of Wink. I love his system. I love him as a coach, but poor tackling is 100% on the coaches. That needs to be fixed. And that's insane. There's no excuse for the poor tackling. Yeah, I agree, Ben. One 100%. If we don't shore up the tackling and the coverage, like it's they got to do better. They got to do better. High pass, incomplete. Listen, I know the commentators said that was good coverage, but I don't think that was good coverage. That was a catchable ball, and the receiver just missed that. Like Jair cannot keep getting beat off the line like that. Empty backfield. Little dump off pass to the tight end. First down. Again, guys, come on. Oh, fumble. Fumble. Is that Derek Moore that? Yep. Okay. Okay. I see you. I see you. One second, guys. I got to try to fix my camera. Hold on. I'm still here. I just have to fix my camera. 1 second. Who was it that hit? Who was it that knocked the ball out? Did you guys catch that? Who was it that knocked the ball out? Derek Moore knocked it out and recovered the fumble both. Does the camera look all right, guys, or is it being like is it choppy? Yeah, I know. I saw Derek Moore was the one that recovered it, but I didn't see if he was the one that knocked it out. Okay. Yeah, on my end here on StreamYard, it was getting real choppy, and I wasn't sure if the cable behind the camera had come out, so I double checked it. But let me know if it starts like doing any weird stuff. Let's see what Michigan Twitter is talking about. Denard Robinson tweeting at Taylor Lewan, tell him to run the ball. Come on, man. If they were running it every down, we'd be telling them pass the ball. Like there's just no pleasing the fan base sometimes. Shout out Blue Print J. He said, "Man, did we need that." Looks like Jair Hill was the one that knocked it out. Yep, that was Jair Hill that punched it out. Derek Moore recovered it. Nice. Hell of a hit by Jair Hill. All right, we got Bryce handing it to Justice Haynes up the middle. Decent little run, like 4 or 5 yards. Gio got a nice push on that one. Watch that cornerback, Marcellus Williams. I know he's a redshirt freshman for USC, but he's good. Yeah, I agree. Listen, hey, red alert! We have a catch by Samaj Morgan. Yeah, Kirk. Listen, I will be the first person to own up when I'm wrong on something. And all off season, I was on Team Jordan Marshall. I thought Jordan Marshall would be 1A to Justice Haynes 1B, and I was wrong. Justice Haynes is clearly the more electric back right now. I still think Jordan Marshall's great, but Justice Haynes is the guy. So Marsh in motion, passes in the backfield to Marsh. Marsh gets through, first down. Nice gain of what was that, like 20 yards, give or take, for Andrew Marsh. Nice play call there. Nice play call. That's what we need more of. Andrew Marsh is special, man. Haynes up the middle. Gets 2. Yeah, it's looking better, Troy. Hopefully we can keep doing more of this. Shotgun. Haynes in the backfield. We got 4 receivers. Fires right. Bullet pass. Andrew Marsh with another catch. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, McCulley and Marsh are 1A, 1B. I almost would say Marsh is the best receiver on the team. McCulley has a very specific skill set that nobody else on the team has. So I can't say Marsh is like better than him. As far as like, can you guys still see me? Is there any problem with my camera? Test. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Okay, but it's working now though, Troy. Okay. For Browder, yeah. So there was rumors that he was going to play more tonight. I didn't expect him to start. I expect you'll see him in relief of McCulley as the game goes when McCulley needs a breather, because he gives a very similar skill set to McCulley. I don't think we need Browder and McCulley on the field at the same time. That's my personal evaluation from what I've seen and heard. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I do expect to see Browder, but I don't think it's going to be like super heavy rotation. I just think you're going to start to see him get some rotation. Shout out to Trevor McHugh, echoing what I was saying earlier. Michigan is running a lot of 12 personnel here. Klein and Hansen are getting attention in the middle. Marsh was an easy one-on-one curl win. This feels like the offense Chip Lindsey has wanted to run. So I was saying at the start of this, I was saying the other day when I joined Doc over at Big Discussions, that we needed to run a lot more 12 personnel. In my opinion, our top 4 receiving targets on the team right now are McCulley, Marsh, Klein, and Hansen. So run that. Okay, this is going to sound stupid. Chris Ballas put this out and said, and I don't mean he's going to sound stupid. I'm going to ask a stupid question here. He said, quick first quarter, Michigan out beyond midfield. Frosch receiver, Andrew Marsh with a couple nice plays. He's a difference maker in this offense, another playmaker. 2nd and 6 when we come back. I thought Frosch was for a redshirt sophomore. Have I been using that term completely wrong this whole time? What is the correct usage of Frosch? I thought that was a freshman sophomore. like a redshirt freshman. Marsh is not a redshirt freshman. Have I been using that wrong this whole time? Somebody let me know. All right, we got Underwood and shotgun with Haynes. We got 4 receivers grouped up right. Now we're changing the play. What's going on? Okay, we got Bredesen and Haynes in the backfield, split backs. Okay. Right, GT? Haynes bounces out to the left, gets around the edge, first down, steps out of bounds. That was a late hit. Come on now. Yep. Was that Kendrick Bell blocking? That was McCulley. Never mind. All right, we got 1st and 10 Michigan. Bryson shotgun again. Morgan in motion, hands it off to Haynes, tackled in the backfield. Somebody let me know what is the correct usage of Frosh? Is that not redshirt freshman? Like, what is going on with this? Like, this is bugging me now. Screen pass quick to Marsh, almost bobbled it, but still was able to recover and get a few yards on it. Appreciate everyone rocking with us. We're 48 minutes into the stream. Appreciate y'all. Man, that was a bullet. Now we got 4 receivers spread out wide, 3 left, 1 right, single back shotgun, and a flag being thrown. False start. What? Dude was breathing. How the hell is that a false start? That looked like just a heavy exhale. Am I crazy? Sack. Come on, man. Completely unblocked. Right, Troy. That's what I'm saying. That's crazy, man. Yeah, Ben, I don't disagree. This is not a great showing. But that false start was ridiculous. He didn't move his He didn't move his arms. He didn't move his feet. He literally just exhaled hard. That's crazy, dude. You're not lying, GT. That is crazy. That there's no excuse for letting that guy come in completely unaccounted for on that defensive sack. But prior to that, that was a ridiculous false start call. Absolutely ridiculous. Are they? Yeah. I mean, Iowa's a better team than Wisconsin this year. Hey, uh, all right, real quick, I'll put these up. So, Cleveland, Wisconsin, Auburn's pushing Georgia around as well. That's interesting. USC might get a shutout if it keeps going the way it is. Yeah. So, if y'all haven't seen Connor Stallions on Twitter, put out a tweet that said, "Maybe we can work out a deal at Penn State football. If you want to hire me now to get my 1 year suspension out of the way, I'll do the following year for free. Don't worry, Michigan and Penn State do not play each other in 2028." Freaking Connor Stallions, man. Right? Wayman Jordan with a 4 yard run. TJ Guy's in the game now. Barham's not in the game right now, is he? Wide open, dude. Wide open. 21 yards on the scene. Come on, guys. What are we doing? What are we doing? It wasn't even the blitz. It was the coverage on the back end. Like both the guys to either side of the seam went to the away from the seam, left it wide open. It wasn't even really the blitz. It was just the coverage on the back end didn't cover for the blitz. Yeah, I agree. I agree, GT. GT. All right, we got Barham back in the game. Empty backfield for Mayava. Incomplete pass. Oh, Derek Moore tipped it. Nice. If that touched the ground, would it not? I guess it would have been a fumble. Yeah, Barham is nuts, dude. This is the Jay Sean Barham I expected us to get from last year. Get into the game last year. Quick question, guys. This was brought up to me on the AM Scramble this morning. I did with Lucian and Mike. Um, is Jay Sean Barham the best player that we have stolen from another Big Ten team? I know we got Ernest Hausman, but is there another player that you can think of that transferred to Michigan from another Big Ten team that is better than Jay Sean Barham? By the way, every Saturday morning over on the Final Whistle Network with my guys Lucian and Mike, we preview the day's upcoming games, slate of games. It usually starts about, depending on your time zone, 8 or 9 in the morning, and goes till within an hour of the noon kickoff. So, the Final Whistle Network on YouTube. GT says he's the best that I can remember. Troy says his impact on the field is incredible. I think he might be the best. I think so too. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Hausman, who's incredible. And I think in a lot of ways, Hausman allows Barham to get out and do all the crazy stuff he does. So I don't want to take anything away from Hausman coming over from Nebraska, but Barham's something special, man. Something special, in my opinion. Josh Preeb. I don't think Preeb was bad. Um, I don't think he was bad, but I wouldn't put him up there in the top. Okay, so that's what I thought. It hit the ground, so it's down where he recovered it. That's what I was starting to say because in college you can't advance the fumble, right? Like, there we go. Nice. Hey, did you see that little twist? It wasn't really a twist, but it was a twist with Jay Sean Barham there. A stunt, whatever. Hey, that was awesome. I love that. That's the Wink Martindale defense that I love so much. That's the Ravens defense. I think boys like 5'11", maybe. That might be generous. Troy says he's playing his way to a top first-round pick. I agree. I've been saying for a couple of weeks now that Jayshon Barnes is going to play himself into a first-round draft pick. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he definitely looks small out there. Let's see. Let me pull up his 247 profile. According to 247, he is 5'10", or was at the time of his recruitment in 2023. Maybe he's grown an inch. I don't know. But at the time he was recruited, he was 5'10", 174, according to 247. I mean, I think I've only seen him get the one target and he caught it. So, yeah, I mean, he's catching it tonight, but we'll see if that continues. Right. Yeah, it's like I said, I don't care how good you can run a route. I don't care how good you are at making plays with the ball in your hand. If you can't catch the damn ball, none of that matters. All right, we got Morgan in motion. Hands it off to Justice Haynes up the middle. First down run. Nice. God, he's fast out of the backfield, man. We got it. We need to ride Haynes to strive. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We got three receivers. Marsh in motion. Hands it off. Run up the middle again. Yeah, that's what it looks like, Troy. They're really starting to find their groove here. I like that. Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you watched the game last week, was it last week they played Illinois? If you watched the USC Illinois game, ooh, that hit looked nasty to his leg. Um, I mean, Illinois just gashed him on the ground, dude. There's an incomplete to Morgan, but that one might be on Bryce. That one might be on Bryce. Yeah, I agree. That one's on Bryce. You know, we always right. Well, we talked about there's going to be freshman mistakes, and that's the type of freshman that's what we meant. Stuff like that. Haynes up the middle, first down. Because it's just as Haynes, bro. Yeah, hey, GT, Davis Warren, listen, there will be no slander of the Buckeye Killer, Davis Warren, on this channel. Davis Warren led us to wins over every rival last year, including Ohio State on the road, including for the second time defeating Alabama until he got hurt, anyway. We will not slander the Buckeye Killer on this channel. And he is healthy and practicing again. So, yeah, I agree. Yep, I agree. Listen, imagine being in Davis Warren's shoes. Imagine being a decently highly rated recruit, getting cancer, defeating cancer, walking on at a school like Michigan, biding your time as a backup on the scout team. 2024 happens, you're called on to go out there. And I said it during 2024 as bad, even when he played badly or poorly. Like, we've got to respect that he's going out there and playing his heart out and doing everything he can for the team. That's why I've never been comfortable with the disrespect. You want to talk about his limitations as a quarterback? That's fine. But when people would get rude and mean to him, I'm not cool with that, man, because he gave his everything for us last year and did it with a smile on his face. So I will always respect Davis Warren for what he gave to us. Did he get hurt? I didn't see it. What happened? You know, GT, I wonder how much of that had to do with Gio being out because he's back for this game. Yeah, 100% GT. 100%. Like, none of us know what he's dealt with. And to be able to fight back from cancer, to be a starting D1 power forward quarterback, and to win 7 games in or however many games he started in the Big Ten with the receivers that he had, with the offensive coordinator that he had. Come on, man! Like let's put a little respect on him, on his name, and really take a look at what he did. You know, I'm not saying he's like the best quarterback in Michigan history. I'm not even saying he's in the top 50% as far as skill, but as far as heart and as far as being a Michigan man and doing everything he could for our team at every turn, man, he deserves our respect. Okay, it looks like Haynes is shaking up. Let's hope it's not serious. Jordan Marshall's in the game. Pass knocked down. So Kirk asked a question for the group. What do you think of our ranking? I think it is too high. What do y'all think, chat? All right, we got 3rd and 7 now. Nice first down grab by McCulley. Was it too high, or did he put it up that high because McCulley can go get it and make sure that no one else could get it? Oh my God! Look at that bullet to Marsh. Jesus, that was a rocket. Jeez, I'll take 3 more years of that. You talking about the AP ranking, Ben? GT says, I think the ranking is okay. There are so many high ranked teams that ended up being trash. Yeah, so like I said this last night when I was doing the weekend preview with Lichimax. There we go, Jordan Marshall with the first down run. That's what we need. I was talking with Lichimax last night over on the Gamer Sideline, and like looking at the AP top 25, man, like even the top 10, it's like the top 5, maybe 6 are good. But then after that, I'm not sure. We got a flag on the play. And so it's like for me, everything beyond 6 down to 25 is kind of up in the air, man. There's so many teams that I just don't even know where to put them. All right, we got another false start. Come on, guys. Looks like I froze. Troy, can you hear me? Are we good? Ben, did Oklahoma lose to Texas? Troy saying that I'm on his end. It looks like I froze. Can you guys hear me? Am I okay? All right, is the camera working, Kurt? Or am I froze? Okay. So again, I said this last night on the show with Lichimax. I was leaning, and I said it this morning on the AM Scramble with Lucian and them too. Bryce, nice run by Bryce and a stiff arm. There we go. There we go, guys. Go blue. Cue up, hail to the victors now. Game's won. Bryce is running. Jesus. So I was saying last night when I was talking to Lichimax and this morning on the AM Scramble, my thoughts going into this week for the Red River Shootout was that I thought that Oklahoma was good, even with their backup quarterback, Michael Hawkins, because he had experience. He started a decent number of games last year for him with Jackson Arnold being benched, and I would have picked Oklahoma. But I started to shift over to the Texas side for this reason. Mateer went out with a hurt hand. He was supposed to be gone for 3 weeks. And the fact that they felt like they needed to bring him back and push him to come back early for this game told me that they either didn't have confidence in Michael Hawkins or that they were going to put a guy out there at quarterback that wasn't ready. And either way, it was a bad combination. Touchdown, McCulley. There we go. But that made me start to the point that this morning when I was on the AM Scramble with Lucian and Mike, that I said that I wasn't really confident in Oklahoma winning. I did still pick Oklahoma to win a close one, but I said I was not confident in it because, like, why would you rush Mateer back from an injury if you thought that you could win? And if you put him out there before he's fully healed, that's a bad combination in my opinion. So, all right. So yeah. So 23-6 Texas. Troy said, "Nice call. Give him the option to run more." I agree. Appreciate that. Kurt, camera's working fine. Mateer looked like a shell of himself. That was what I was afraid of. Calls it a trap game for OU. Yeah, but it's a rivalry game, so every year it's kind of like that. Yeah, 100%, 100%, and that's why I was so shaky about picking him because. God, that was good. That was a nice play call because he had both receivers open. But yeah, no, I 100% agree. Nice throw by Bryce. Now we have a ball game. 100%, Brent. Ben, I thought that it was way too soon for him to come back. Didn't even score a touchdown. Yeah. I appreciate that, GT. Yeah, that route, keep that route in the playbook. That route needs to be at the top of the play call sheet. So, again, not to toot my own horn or take a victory lap, is Justice Haynes done for the day? Justice Haynes is out for the day? That's not good. That's not good. But to not to necessarily keep taking victory laps here, okay? But again, on last week, on the AM scramble with Mike and Lucian, I did say that I trusted Nico and USC more than I trusted Penn State and Drew Aller, and I said the same thing this morning, that I would take Nico over Aiden Childs, and that I would take UCLA over Michigan State, and they thought I was nuts for saying that. They thought I was nuts. So maybe a little victory lap. Yeah, I agree, GT. I hope it's not bad. Maybe they can tape him up and he can get back out there. But you know what? I'm still confident in Marshall. I think Marshall's good. He's just a slightly different type of back. Nice wrap up on the tackle there. Yeah, now that one, listen, I'm going to take my victory laps for where I was right. I'm going to say I was wrong. Wayman Jordan looks like he rolled his ankle. That's not good. Hey, I know he's on the other team, but let's give some positive thoughts for Wayman Jordan. I don't like seeing any player injured like that. But what was Benny doing? Y'all see that? Catch by Lemon. God, Lemon is good, dude. If I had one wish, it would be get us the Makai Lemon in the portal. But yeah, so I'm gonna be accountable for where I'm gonna be accountable for where I'm wrong. And I was super confident that I thought Oregon was gonna roll with over Indiana. I picked Oregon to win the Big Ten. I'm not going to come off of that, but there was a disappointing loss for Oregon. So if I'm going to take a victory lap for where I'm right, I'm going to hold myself accountable for where I was wrong. I counted Indiana out of that game against Oregon. I was wrong. Yeah, we get the second half kickoff. Looked like the left foot was out on that catch. I couldn't really tell from the angle that they showed us, but I would definitely hope that the officials are going to review it. Indiana threw a pick six on the road, still won by 2 scores. Yeah, that's true. I think Dante Moore is the best quarterback in the country. I think Mateo Uyagalele, or however you say his name, is one of the best defensive edge rushers in the country. I just thought that Oregon was going to be able to beat them. I was wrong. Yeah, like I said, I couldn't see it well enough to see if it was, but we shouldn't have to challenge it. If they're gonna review some of the stuff they've already been reviewing, they need to review that official review. They are, but I also don't think that they're good, but I'm just not buying them as a top team. Like Signetti's good, but I don't know. I don't. Yeah, there needs to be an investigation into the fact that Michigan's not getting calls. We're not getting official reviews. It's like there's some kind of mandate from the NCAA because of the stuff we went through this offseason to not give us the benefit of the doubt on things. As many pressures as we get in the backfield, and we're last nationally in penalties drawn. I don't know if we've had an offensive holding call all year. Um, there's something going on. Yeah, I agree. I agree, GT. So there needs to be something done to hold the NCAA accountable for this crap. Yeah, that's fair. But then we need to get better camera angles. Like, what's the point of having all these drones and whatnot above the field with all the cameras if we can't get good camera angles? Yeah, I agree. Penn State lost to Northwestern. That's crazy, dude. 3 straight losses. Yeah, I agree. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing, guys? The fuck is Jair doing? Yeah, this is all on coaching. As much as I give Wink props, come on, guys. We cannot have poor tackling like this. Not in Big Ten play. This is nuts. There's no excuse for tackling like this. It's 100% comes down to coaching. Come on, guys. A lob screen pass, and we can't get any kind of penetration, any kind of coverage. They're not going to call anything on someone knocking Zeke's helmet off. Yeah, it does. It seems like it went by really fast. Yeah, we need the defense to step up, especially if Haynes is out. Hate to see any player get injured, and Wayman Jordan now being carted off the field, or driven off of the field. We got 15 seconds left on the clock, tie at 7. USC 2nd and 1. Okay, so they are assessing a penalty for Zeke's helmet getting knocked off. Is that what I just heard? I couldn't. It was cutting in and out a little bit for me. All right, so Sharon called the timeout. Now they're going over time to pass from snap, and I had a very well known podcaster in the Michigan community tell me not too long ago that time to pass is a meaningless stat, and that I was foolish for thinking that it mattered. Touchdown USC before halftime. All right, so we're going to go into halftime down a touchdown. Yeah, so to what we were saying earlier, this shout out to Trevor McHugh for this tweet. Michigan opponents have been called for 15 penalties all season, which ranks 134 out of 134 in college football. USC 0 penalties in the first half. Moore has no emotion on the sidelines. I mean, I think that's just who he is. I don't think it's not. It's. I don't think it's because he doesn't care or anything like that. I just think that's who he is. Yeah, but I think there's a difference between getting hyped up to pregame and then being locked in during the game. Really, my buddy that I do the morning AM scramble with, Mike. He's a Minnesota fan. He's at the game right now. That's crazy that Purdue took the lead. Well, how much time is left in that game? Is it at half? And we're just looks like we're just going to run the clock out. All right, guys, we're going into halftime. Score is 14, USC, Michigan 7. Um, yeah, I just want to thank everyone for rocking with us. We're going to go through the halftime and through the second half of the game. Just watch the game, have fun. Again, I'm currently live on both Kinetic 615 and over on the Gamer Sideline. You can follow me everywhere on social media at Kinetic 615. Feel free to hit me up. I try to answer back. If you get a chance, check out the GoFundMe link in the description of the video, and it's pinned in my profiles as well. I haven't really updated it like I should. I need to do an update on there about what's going on. But for those that have been following along with it, we are nearing the end of it. Just waiting for the arbitration date to be set. According to the lawyer, should be around December, give or take. With the government shutdown, I don't know if that gets delayed, but just need to get to the finish line. We're almost there. I appreciate anyone that takes a look at it, considers, or even just shares it out. But it should be in the description of the video, and it is pinned on my X profile. It's in my YouTube profile. But yeah, appreciate anyone that checks that out. We are going to continue through the second half. I need to step away for a minute. Apologies that I don't have any like a co-host or anything right now to sort of keep the show going in the halftime. But I need to check on my mother and I need to take the dog out. So I will be back, guys, either at or before the end of halftime. Um, but I appreciate you guys rocking with me, and we're looking forward to the second half of the game. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I'm back. Looks like I got back a little late. We already had the kickoff, but we're going to take off from here. So, excuse me just a moment. I got to fix something for my daughter. She's having trouble with her PlayStation gaming account. She asked me to fix this for her. So, give me a moment. I'm watching this, but I'm also trying to fix this for her. Bryce hands off to Jordan Marshall up the middle. No gain on the play. Nice quick throw there. What's the flag? Hogan Hansen. What's the flag, though? GT, you said pretty much all the away teams. Yeah, hopefully we can continue that. Uh-oh, Justice Haynes coming back out there. Looks like he's got his ribs taped up. There's something going on with the officiating, man. This is crazy. Even the announcers are like, "What the hell's going on?" Like even they were like, "What is going on?" 3rd and 17. This is nuts, dude. There's some mandate from the NCAA to the refs. There's no other way to explain it. Like there's no other way to explain it. This is nuts. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like there's no excuse for that. Yeah, it's been like that literally all season, GT. Like none of them are in our favor. They're all against us. There's I hate to be a conspiracy theorist on this because I think it's stupid. It shouldn't even be a thing, but there's something that I don't know, man. Like we've got the fewest calls against our for us all season. And you look at some of these calls, like the false start on Klein, the pass interference just now on Hansen, like it's insane. Right. Like it's just it's crazy. Like there's something going on. I mean, it's like they're not even trying to hide it. Sorry guys, I'm not trying to ignore the game or ignore the camera. I'm trying to fix this for my daughter on her gaming account. When the little one calls, I gotta help her out. She might be 16, but she's still my baby. So all right, let me just send her a message, let her know it's done. Incomplete. He was out of bounds. Oh, maybe that was a catch. Maybe that was a catch. Oh, nice hit by Metcalf. Yeah, he just grabbed his ankle and tripped him up. And then bad defense. Come on, guys. Jesus. This is insane. Touchdown USC. Now we're down 2 scores. I said this was going to be if we let them get 2 scores ahead of us, it was going to be hard to come back from that. We'll see. 21-7 USC. I can't hear what he's saying. Yeah, I don't know what to say about the defense. Like, this is just not acceptable. The tackling, the holes that, like, it's just not acceptable. Yeah, get out of here with that thinker. It's not cool. Yeah, it might be what it's looking like. I mean, you can't play another Big Ten team and just leave holes like that and not and miss tackles. You can't do that. Yeah, I agree. You cannot have that bad a tackling game and expect to win. Just can't do it. Just can't do it. No, it just I don't know. I'm a little upset about it right now. This is it's not acceptable defense. And I'm as big of a Wink Martindale supporter as you can find, but this is not acceptable. Agreed. And that's why I said the other night, it's like you can't get behind at this team because they can pile it on. They can really like make it hard to come back. This is not an ideal situation for us. It's not a good run either. Didn't hit any gap. Getting outplayed on defense, and we're not tackling. And now Bryce is limping. It's not good. It's not good. We got to get better on defense right now. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily over yet, but a lot has to change. Why is the chat looking weird? Yeah, Ben, I don't think it's over, but we needed to make some halftime adjustments, and it doesn't look like we did. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's the only real consistent one. He's the only real consistent one. I mean, Marsh is good, but he's young, and him and Bryce are both going to make freshman mistakes. McCulley has a specific skill set, but he's very limited. Samaj Morgan's inconsistent. And, I mean, the refs are just – there's something going on, man. Yeah, I mean, we needed to be willing to overpay for a top receiver to show proof of concept this last year. And the school just wasn't willing to, and that's a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake. We've got to get a true number one receiver on the team. And Michigan hockey got a win. That's good. Giving up another big run like that, it's crazy. Yeah, our defense is just I don't know what to say, guys. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. If our defense is not going to show up, like, what are we supposed to do? Yeah, so they need to check and see where they left it because this isn't the defense. I don't know. I haven't seen Sharon Skirt taking accountability. I mean, the poor tackling is 100% on the coaches. We have got to interception. Interception. There we go. Yeah, that was a clear interception by Zeke. I mean, it's good, but we need people to step up and stop missing tackles. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking, Ben. That's where my mind went. Was I mean, it's cool that we got the turnover, but if the players don't step up and get their head in the game, it's not going to matter. I do. I think Moore is the guy. Um, he's a hell of a recruiter. He's got a hell of a pedigree. From Bob Stoops to Bobby, or from Stoops to Bobby Petrino to Jim Harbaugh. Um, the players absolutely love and buy into him. I think he's just a second year head coach, and he was the right hire at the time. But a lot of Michigan fans need to understand that just because we're Michigan doesn't mean that we somehow get to magically skip the first couple years of bumps and hills and valleys um, of a first time head coach. I would rather ride through the bumps and take the bruises of watching him become the great coach that I do think he will be here at Michigan than to run him off early and watch him go somewhere else and be great. I do think it's Sharon. I think him being a relatively young African American coach, I think it goes a long way with a lot of the players. Um, I think that us getting the NIL support that we have it is in a lot of ways is due to Sharon Moore. I think that he's the guy. I also think if we lose him, if we run him off, we lose Bryce. We lose a lot of the players.
Hello, everybody.
What's up, Lich Max?
Watching this game. Been a odd one.
Yeah, it's not so much going our way right now, but I mean, we at least Zeke Berry's showing some life. The tackling has been horrid.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I said we needed to shore up for this game. We need that tackling to be on point. We can't just be letting them get away from us.
Yeah. Like I said, I do think that Sharon is the guy. I think that he's still a first-time head coach learning, and we've just got to deal with it the same way we've got to deal with a true freshman quarterback. He's going to have good games and bad games. He's going to have things that he's going to have to learn on the job as we go. Same thing with Sharon Moore, but I think he's going to be a great head coach, and I, for one, want to see him become that at Michigan.
You know, I will say, since Haynes was taken off the field, Marshall's been stepping up in a big way so far, and I think that's a really good thing to see.
He has. He's not as explosive as I'd like to see him be, as we saw flashes of in the ReliaQuest Bowl game last year. But that was a nasty tackle on Andrew Marsh.
That looked like was the horse collar.
No, it wasn't a horse collar, but it was almost like hands to the face. But it was inadvertent. But yeah, I don't know. To sort of cap off that topic. That was a nice halfback draw. Okay, that was awesome. I like that play. Can we keep that in the playbook? That was awesome. Another nice run by Marshall. There we go.
Yeah, he's really showing out in this game. Like he's
I mean, listen, we always said it was 1A, 1B running back with Marshall and Haynes. I, for one, was on the Marshall train. I admitted earlier that I was wrong. Haynes is the better back, but Marshall's not a slouch. He's good.
Yeah, no, I mean we haven't seen this Marshall all season, and it's good to finally see it in like this kind of an environment on the road, in the Coliseum against USC.
Little RPO to Andrew Marsh. Gets held up on McCulley blocking for him. Got a yard maybe. Good to see that Bryce isn't hobbling on that ankle that got rolled earlier.
Did you I will say Bryce has been looking pretty good in this game, comparatively to like
He
the
is.
last couple games. Like this game, it looks like he definitely has been working on that passing to kind of
There we
slow the
go.
ball down a little
Nice
bit.
pass to McCulley. No, I mean I'll say this like again, again, he's gonna have freshman moments like that pass that went into the dirt to Morgan earlier.
Yeah,
The pass that was somehow inaccurate to the running back in the backfield, but that's just part of having a true freshman quarterback. Just like I was saying with Sharon Moore, first time head coach, like there's going to be things like that. That little sidearm bullet, Jesus. Some of these throws, like it's a cannon, man.
right. I mean, I'm surprised that I'm glad we got Marsh out there. Seems like he's definitely been working on his hands to be able to catch those bullets from Bryce.
Yeah. I mean, he bobbled the one earlier, but was able to still haul it in and get like
Right.
a 6-yard gain. But
I
outside of that, it's been good.
haven't really been watching. Has Morgan been out there at all?
He has oh no, incomplete. Jeez. Damn. That would have been okay. So to my recollection, Morgan's been targeted twice. Morgan's been targeted twice. He caught one, was really nice. The other one was a little bit short. It was just a little bit. It basically was too low, and he wasn't able to catch it. And that one was on Bryce. So Morgan's actually played decently well in this game, but he hasn't gotten a whole bunch of targets.
Right. I mean, I can imagine the coaches are probably afraid of Morgan not being able to hold the ball.
Right.
So I can understand that. Ooh, a boomerang. That was not a great call there.
Yeah.
That boomerang inside zone was probably not the right call there.
GT, I don't know which one you're talking about. If you're talking about the one that was down by the end zone to Marsh, I don't think that was PI.
An argument could have been made for it because there was contact before the catch.
Yeah, but it was contact initiated and with both players trying to make a play on the ball.
Yeah, no.
And that's an
why I said
interception.
an argument could be made for it.
And that's an interception. Were you asking about the PI on the interception? That was a target to Samaj Morgan. Okay, that may have been pass interference.
Let's see if they call it.
That actually may have been pass interference on McCulley.
Like the flag should go to McCulley, or
well, so the defender basically like was holding him. It was like defensive holding,
okay.
And it stopped him from being able to get to the point of the catch.
Yeah, so let's see if they call it or not.
It's an iffy call to get overturned, though. It's an iffy call to get overturned. That's a hard one to get overturned.
So they're just not going to call it then?
I don't think they will, but
yeah, they're not going to call it. Yeah, they confirmed it. That should have been PI though.
Yeah, I agree. Nice run stuff on that play, though.
Did you see the score from that from the Red River game?
Yeah. Someone said it was like 23-6. This is what I
Yeah.
was I not saying on the show last night with you that it worried me that they seemed to think that they needed to rush Mateer back from his injury early. So that told me that either that both they didn't trust Hawkins from what they were seeing in practice, and that they
Right.
were going to put Mateer out there before he was ready to come back. Did I not say that last night?
Yeah, I mean, I agreed with you on that. I mean, I thought from what I've seen from Hawkins that he was doing all right, but apparently, uh, practice told a different story.
Yeah, I was hesitant to. I was hesitant this morning on the AM scramble with Lucian and Mike to pick Texas to win just because I didn't trust Texas either. But I was
Right.
really shaky on Oklahoma with that because it didn't seem right. Like Mateer, when Mateer got injured, they said it was going to be 3 weeks before he could come back, and then out of nowhere, that's like they're trying to rush him back for this game, and that didn't sit right with me. You're either going to have a John Mateer who was not ready to come back, or Michael Hawkins, who apparently you don't trust. Otherwise,
Right.
you wouldn't be trying to rush Mateer back. So that really changed my confidence in Oklahoma, and so I kind of saw it coming, but I wasn't bold enough to pick Texas to win just because I hadn't seen it from Texas this year either. But
Yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to like I thought Texas had a good chance of winning, but I didn't want to like fully commit to giving Texas the edge just because of the fact that they just really haven't been doing great this year. So it was a hard game to say that like to say for sure one way or the other because if you I mean it could have gone either way realistically. But I mean looking at the game now, I mean it was a pretty decisive victory over Oklahoma. So it's kind of hard for Oklahoma to kind of say it was an ill-gotten victory because Mateer was out because I think they ended up playing Mateer. I didn't really watch the game, but also I think you're frozen.
am I?
Oh no, you're still there. Okay, you were sitting in the same like looking in the
No,
same.
I was reading something, so it's not relevant to this stream, but so according to Jordan Schultz from the Vikings game last week against Cleveland, um, Will Reichard's field goal kick was knocked off trajectory by the camera wire, and so apparently, according to Jordan Schultz, Vikings kicker Will Reichard's agents and the team's front office requested that the NFL remove his missed field goal from last week's London game after it clearly struck a camera cable, causing the ball to take an unnatural turn to the right. The NFL acknowledged it was a missed call, but ruled they will not make the statistical adjustment. Well, that's kind of gay. Like, you're going to admit that it was wrong, but not change it? Like, what?
I mean, to be fair, then they'd have to add on those 3 points, and I don't know what that would have done for the game.
Well, no, but it wouldn't have done anything as far as the game because we still won the game. But for his stats, it shouldn't be a missed field goal. It's crazy.
Right, but I mean, all the stat English, all the statistical guys are gonna ignore uh, that call anyway. It's not gonna hold any weight on
Well,
his.
but it does because that's why the process for appealing that is there because for some things stats do matter.
Well, yeah,
And
I
it
agree.
should not be counted as a missed field goal on Will Reichard's stats. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're watching the USC game. There's another big screen pass to Makai Lemon. Makai, listen, I know I'm supposed to hate USC right now because we're playing them, Makai Lemon's my favorite wide receiver in the country. If I could have one wish, is we somehow get him to stay in college football and bring him into the portal for Bryce. I know it's not going to happen. I'm just saying, like, that would be my one wish. I think Makai Lemon is an extremely electric wide receiver.
I think that we should bring him over to Michigan for sure. If we can get him to stay in the in college. If
I
not,
mean,
then
I
I
think
hope
he's
the
going
Lions
to.
pick him up.
I think he's going to the league unless he gets a bad assessment by the committee at the end of the season. I think he's going to go to the league, though.
Yeah, I mean, if he does go to the league, I hope the Lions pick him up.
I don't think they need him. They've got Amon Ra and they've got Jamo and Tesla. I don't think they're
We need
a wide
to
receiver.
we need to start toning down the some of these contracts coming
Yeah,
into the
but
next couple seasons.
Jamo and Amon Ra already paid. Tesla's on a rookie deal.
Exactly. So we need all the best players to be on the Lions team is what we need. Like if they're a good player, they need to be on the Lions.
Sideline pass to Hines. Cole Sullivan shaken up. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Wink Ben. And again, I'm one of the biggest Wink supporters that you'll find in the community, and they just don't look prepared for this game. The tackling is bad. It's just yeah. I don't know what's going on with the defense. The tackling has just been absolutely like just bad, just flat out bad. Yeah, this game has been a bit of a letdown. Team just looks unprepared and not ready for it. Yeah, hopefully we can see the defense put it together, but I'm losing hope as we go on. I don't think we lose to Washington or Maryland. I'm not there yet. I don't think we lose to either of them. And I mean, it's always possible to lose to Ohio State, and with any rivalry game, it's always possible. But I'm sure a lot of people would have said that about Michigan last year. This time, when if you look back at when we played USC last year, and then tried to predict going forward, people would have said the same thing. So I'm not there yet. That was a drop pass by USC. Did we? You might be ahead of me. I haven't seen one. Looks like it. Yeah. Is that the first time we've got a holding call all season?
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to be clear. I think Washington is good. I think sneaky good's a good description. But as I've said since I did the uh, season preview with Mays and Maniac, um, I think that Washington is a year away. I think next year they're going to be very good. I really like Damon Williams. I like a lot of their players. I just don't think this is their year. I don't think they're quite there yet. Defense has got to get better at tackling. Cannot let them gash us like they are. Yeah, that might be game. I mean, they're up by more than 2 touchdowns, so we'll see. Right. Yeah, playing for pride. I still don't. The people on Twitter that are pushing to fire Sharon and hire Signetti is insane to me.
I don't think that we should hire Signetti.
Me either. I don't. I don't. I don't think so. Yeah, we'll probably drop out of the top 25 if we lose this game.
I mean, the game's not over. We could probably come back. It's going to be an uphill battle for sure, though.
I mean, is it possible? Yeah, but not with what we've been seeing. Right. Yeah, I don't like Signetti. I don't think he's the right guy for Michigan. I think Sharon's going to be fine. Again, people are. It's like you're people, not you. It's like people are expecting Sharon Moore to come in with a bear cupboard that was left to him, and sprinkle some magic pixie dust, not have growing pains as a first time head coach, go in there with the true freshman quarterback with a not a lot at wide receiver to really offer, a very young team, and they expect a national championship or something. Like it's crazy to me. Like the guy hasn't even been there for 2 seasons, and people are just impatient and crazy, dude. Yeah, I don't think Signetti would fit at Michigan at all. I think Sharon is the guy. Nice tough run for Jordan Marshall there. I don't think it's going to affect the recruits. I don't think that it's going to affect the recruits. The recruits see the deficiencies in the team, and they all think that they can be the solution, and they can. It just takes time. Like you look at what Sharon was left, and he's basically rebuilding the program from the ground up. There we go, Andrew Marsh. There we go. That's what we needed. But you look at what he was left, and he's building from the ground up with Bryce, with Marsh, with guys like that. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a one season turnaround. It takes time, and like people just need to have patience. Yeah, that was great. That was awesome. Going for 2. We got a bunch formation with 4 receivers to the left side, including Jordan Marshall, 1 to the right. Bryson shotgun. Fires to the right corner, overthrows McCulley. Yeah, I mean, there's positives with this team. You've got to see what Sharon's building, and I mean, look at the recruiting he's done. He's got the guys coming in. It's not an overnight fix. It takes two to 3 seasons to really see that turnaround. I mean, go back and look at our recruiting class for 2024. Okay, look at the recruiting classes before that. Sharon's guys, you're seeing some of them with Bryce, with Marsh, with Nate Marshall, with the cornerbacks, cornerback Sanders, Shamari Earls. You're seeing some of them flash, but realistically, they need a year in the system minimum to be like consistent top tier contributors. So I kind of understand going for 2 there. Okay, so you're down 3 scores, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. If you're down, the theory is if you're down by 2 touchdowns, you go for 2 and if you're making a comeback on both touchdowns, you go for 2 because statistically you usually sit around 60% on 2-point conversions. So if you miss one and get the other, it's the same as kicking 2 extra points. And if you get both, then you cut it down so that once you get within that field goal, you can win with a field goal instead of tie with a field goal. So that's the sort of logic to it. Because like I said, in most cases, the worst case scenario is you whiff on both 2-point conversions. But the odds are that you'll either get both or you'll get one of the 2. And it's no different than kicking 2 extra points. I hope I explained that correctly, GT. Yeah, I mean that was a good play call for the 2-point conversion too. It's just freshman mistakes. That's just going to come with reps and experience. Nice run stuff there. Great play by Rayshon Benny there. Yeah, 100%. A lot of the mistakes that we've seen him make today have just been slight inaccuracies on his throws. That's going to come with experience. He's going to be just fine. Incomplete pass there from Mayava to Lane. Third and 10 USC. Oh! Oh, they're saying he was down. Yeah, that was down. No? I don't know if they say that because there's an argument that TJ Metcalf had a hand on it too, and was they were fighting for control. I don't know what it. We'll see. You guys are ahead of me, so they'll probably
I think
call it.
that can be ruled incomplete.
So the thing is he had if he had control when he went down, but Metcalf had a hand on it, so I don't know. They're probably going to uphold it though. We've got to do better on the coverage and tackling. Yeah, I don't disagree, but some of that's on Wink, but some of it's on the players just missing tackles, man. Like they're not keeping leverage. Like he should be adapting to what his players are not doing with his play calling, but at the same time, like the players need to make the tackles. Yeah, we can't let them do that. Can't let them keep getting first downs like that. Yeah, that's pretty much game if we can't stop them from running the clock down. So we have to win out and beat Ohio State to make the playoffs.
I think we can do that.
I mean, it's possible, but they got to play better than this.
For sure.
We can't keep letting them run on us like that. Yeah, there's no excuse for that. With the announcers pointing out the to have three people on one gap and leaving that wide open, like, come on. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I agree. You can't go 3 quarters of the game or 4 quarters of the game tackling as poorly as we are and expect to win. Like there's no excuse for that. No excuse for that. Uh, don't say that. That's not true. They will be. Again, building from the ground up. Again, Sharon is building from the ground up. He had to completely restock and change the culture to a point while still maintaining the holdover culture from Jim. You got to have patience. It doesn't happen overnight. It was a really bare cover that he was left with for 2024 that was propped up by a bunch of first round picks. All right, Trey, take it easy, man. Appreciate you coming in and sticking with us throughout the game. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yeah, GT. That I think that's their next game. Yeah, um, I hope so too.
Yeah, I'd really want to see USC completely demolish Notre Dame. That would be just a capstone of the season.
Yeah, I mean, nearly. I'm pretty sure nearly every team in the Big Ten is going to take a lot. Have taken a loss by this point. Um, Nice run by Marshall. That was a little pitch there. Um, Ben, so I know he had his ankle rolled up earlier. One of the defensemen on USC landed on his ankle. Might still be lingering from that. I don't think I saw him taking any additional shots. That's game. Tough weekend. All right. So that's game, guys. Again, appreciate everyone that came out and stuck with us. A bunch of you stayed with us through the entire game. Shout out to GT, Ben, Troy, Kurt, everyone that came out. I'm sure if I'm missing someone, I apologize. But yeah, I do these watch alongs every week. We'll be back next week for the game. So you're welcome to come in and hang out in the chat. Come up on stage if you want to call in. But we'll be back for the next one. Lichmex, do you want to tell people what you got going on, where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me at Lichmex626 on all platforms. If you can't find me, I'm probably not on that platform. You can also find me right here on the Gamers Sideline every Friday at between 7 and 7:30. We do Football Fridays where we talk all things football and gaming related. You can also find me on Mondays over at the Maze Madman channel where I produce Maze Out Mondays. I also host the Lich Pick segment of the Maze Out Mondays, so make sure you tune in to check that out. And if you haven't yet and you're over at the Kinetics channel, make sure you hop over to the Gamer Sideline and give that a little subscribe. Hit that subscribe button over there as well. If you have it on his channel though, hit the subscribe button there too. Subscribe to both. Yeah, I mean, make sure you also share the videos so that way we get more widespread views. Pull people in. Tell your friends about us.
Yeah, and as always with me, you can catch me on every social media platform at Kinetic615. Right here on the Gamer Sideline channel, as Lichmex was saying, on Friday nights, Saturday mornings on the Final Whistle Network, and then randomly going live for watch-alongs and other stuff on my own channel at Kinetic615. And then I also have a gaming channel, Kinetic615 Plays. Make sure to check out the Gamer Sideline if you're watching on Kinetic615 today. Like, share, subscribe. And again, if you have a moment, please take a look at the GoFundMe link in the description of the video. Any amount is appreciated. Or if you can't donate, even sharing out the link on social media, getting it seen by other people is appreciated as well. And until next time, next week, it's always go blue.
And cheer hard, play harder, and we'll catch you next time right here on the Sideline.
From joystick dreams to Friday night lights, it's controllers and cleats under podcast mics with Lichmex dropping deep like he's throwing a bomb, and Kinetic calling audible, staying calm in the storm. From the field to the sticks, yeah, we bring the heat. With Kinetic and Lichmex, never miss a beat. When the final whistle blows or the credits roll, we're signing off strong, that's how gamers take control. Catch us on the sideline, where legends chill, where the playbooks flip and the passion's real. If you heard the takes, then you know the drill. Till next time, fam, keep it clutch, keep it skill. From the field to the sticks, yeah, we bring the heat. With Kinetic and Lichmex, never miss a beat. When the headset's off and the lights go low, we'll be back next game, y'all already know. We out.